Cold tires. Cold tires. Saved it. That's a good one to start with. Hi everyone, my name's Mark. Welcome to Opposite Stock. Today we're going to show you around a lovely 2021 Cayman 718 GT4 Clubsport. So the car is a 2021 model on a 70 plate, 16,800 miles from new. It's in a really nice spec, gloss black, with wheels finished in satin aurum, and all four wheels are shod in brand new Michelin Pilot Cup 2s. So this car comes with the desirable Clubsport package, which includes your half cage, Schroth racing harnesses for the driver, and carbon 918 style bucket seats. Additional spec includes interior trim painted in exterior colour, crayon seat belts, crayon stitching, light design package, and various other bits and bobs which you can see on our website. But the car's superb and it drives absolutely perfectly. So now that you've seen around the exterior of the car, we're going to take you out for a wee drive. Welcome to the inside of the GT4 Clubsport. You've already seen the spec of the car. I'll take you for a little drive here, tell you what it's all about. You can use them as a daily driver. They're very, very usable. They're very, very reliable. And if you don't drive it like a tow rag, which I'm not saying whether I do or whether I don't, but you can get reasonable fuel economy as well. So this car's PDK. It's very easy to use in traffic. Very easy to crawl around town and all the rest of it. You don't have to deal with 3 pedals and a heavy clutch pedal. But where they really shine is when you get onto a good B road, which we are just about to enter now. And that's when the magic comes out. Stick it in manual. So, oh Jesus! Cold tires. Saved it. That's a good one to start with. So, yeah, when the tyres are warm, they are incredibly balanced. The way the chassis behaves is just, it's so predictable. And even then, with cold tyres, when we overcooked you can see that it was nice and progressive, the way that it broke away. And yeah, very friendly in the way that they handle. I think with Boxsters and Caymans, right back to the original 986 generation Boxster, they are so incredibly balanced. The chassis has got this incredible balance to it, and you can really push it hard, and it's incredibly rewarding to do so on the road. So this car in particular has been upgraded with performance friction discs and pads all round, and I have to say they are a massive upgrade from the standard steel brakes that came from Porsche. The pedal feel is incredible. They've got fantastic bite, very, very progressive, and yeah, they just feel mighty strong, these brakes. So that's been a really nice upgrade that was done by the previous owner. Obviously the steering is, you know, incredibly precise, and it feels beautiful in your hands. So, you know, it's a true driver's car in every sense of the word, this thing. And as happy as it is to being used as a daily driver and creeping through town, it also is very happy to be taken to the track. And that's really what it's designed for. This is a Clubsport version. So, you know, you can literally drive this to the track as it is, take some air out the tyres, and absolutely kick its arse for hours on end, and it will never complain. These modern Porsche GT products are just unbelievable at that sort of thing. You know, that's their party trick. You know, if you try that in a Ferrari, you're going to be in the workshop. And you know, the other products that are offered from competitors, such as, you know, Audi or Lamborghini or anything like that, they just don't feel, to me, they just don't feel as special on a racing track as a properly set up Porsche GT car, whether that be a GT4, GT3, GT whatever it might be. They're the absolute daddies when it comes to that. As many of you probably know, Porsche just announced the end of the 718 Cayman and Boxster production, so they're no longer making any more of these cars, and there's talk of the next versions being electric and all that stuff. Whether that'll actually pan out remains to be seen, but I think that, you know, GT4s and especially GT4 Clubsports, which are a lot rarer, I think that they'll hold strong money, because they are such a phenomenal car for the money, for the price that they cost these days. There's nothing else like it, you know, and I can't see their values, you know, significantly falling from where they are now. You know, I'm not one who believes massively in investment cars and buying cars to make money. I think if you want an investment, there's far better places to put your money than into a car. But there's many people who, you know, what they want is they want to be able to put their money into something that they can enjoy, and at the same time not lose a huge amount of money on it. I think that's where this car sits. I think that it'll hold its money quite well. Whether it'll increase in value in the short term, I don't think so. Maybe in the very long term it could. You know, these will almost certainly be looked back on as incredibly special vehicles, as new cars become more and more mundane and, you know, squeezed by emissions and safety regulations and all of that stuff. You know, we're not going to see new cars get built like this anymore. So I think that it'll be a fairly solid place to have money, is my answer to that question. In terms of what kind of buyer is this car going to suit? Well, you know, the previous owner used this car as a kind of regular, not quite a daily driver, but used it regularly and took it to the track, you know, and that's what they are designed for, and that's what they should be used for. This car would be as happy as Larry being a daily driver and doing the occasional track day, and all you'll ever have to do is put tyres on it and fuel in it. You know, that's the beauty of these things. It could also be, you know, a special weekend car. If you've got a daily driver that you use for work during the week, you want something for the weekends, it's perfectly usable as that as well. It does feel special in here, and as I say, these are potentially peak Porsche GT products, or certainly this era of Porsche GT products has probably been peak. Full details are available on our website now, including a breakdown of the car service history. We'll put a link in the description below for you to go and visit that.